guys, we are creating the goat from Goat Simulator 3 with the jetpack. ClayClaim. I somehow skipped Goat Simulator 1 and 2. Now it's on my radar. Since I saw the gameplay, the trailer from Gamescom. What a crazy game. I mean, what is this? It's a goat running around and oh, it's empty. It's a crazy game. You know, I love weird stuff like this. Could be the reason to buy a PS5. Within the game you have different skins, different equipment, different jetpacks and different goats. I choose this one because it was the one I saw most frequently. It's the brown goat. Well, what to tell about it? The plan is to create it with clay. Some caramel brown, some chocolate brown, maybe even some ochre, Sahara ochre. And then after oven hardening, bringing in some beautiful fur details. But we start the whole creation with the aluminum wire, with the armature, and it's quite easy to create. I took 2 strings of wire and twisted them into each other for the spine. You can recognize the neck and also the tiny tail, and we start the coloring, the mixing of chocolate brown and caramel and Sahara. Okay, not too accurate, because we want to keep this beautiful pattern, this organic pattern, and I start the coating process of the wire. Okay, it looks like a horse right now, I know. I don't want to read any comments saying, oh, it looks like a horse. It's a goat, and we will get there. A huge portion of the sculpting time was, well, not really wasted, but used on the proportions. I knew that I could create many beautiful details, but if the proportions aren't right, it will look like a different animal in the end. It could look like a dog, it could look like a horse. So I tried to get this huge body, but very thin legs, and this huge belly, a short snoot, large ears. With the sculpting tool, it's a step by step. It's getting a little bit nearer to the images which I watched during sculpting, and it also helped to get this thing a smiling face, saying, oh, you're doing great sculpting me. We have this bright skin tone mixed with the red for the inner part of the mouth and also the lower lips. The teeth, I created them just with a first row of white clay and then added this lower teeth to get this typical goat look. Then the snoot with the nose holes, and typical about all these goats in Goat Simulator 3, the tongue. The crazy long tongue. Maybe it's accurate, maybe not, I don't know. It's like a USP, because everyone wants to play a game with goats having such a long tongue. And the insane eyes are popping out a little bit out of the head. To make it even more weird, I tried to achieve a look where one of the eyes is popping out even more than the other. Maybe the left one. This is the eyebrow, a little bit flesh color for the lower eyelid, coated with brown clay for the fur look. It looks so weird without the iris. It looks a little bit scary. The horn. We have 2 horns, luckily. It's just ochre. Yes, I could have mixed in a different color, but maybe this is also another working step, which we can paint after oven hardening. Still not the goat look, but with this tool, which you can get on ClayClaim.com by the way, we are creating the ears and also the tail, and we have another important body part, the udder. What a beautiful color for the udder. Not really sure if I'm allowed to say all the different segments of this body part so that I'm not blacklisted or not child friendly anymore. The teeth, nipples. Okay, let's find out. It's placed, well, it's a regular udder. Maybe it's a little bit bigger for a goat, but I swear to God, I used the reference images, and we have this beautiful beard as well. But the udder. Beautiful. We have one last body part to create, the halves. And I choose to create the halves as the last body part to make it stable on the plate. If I would have created it first or earlier in the creation, it would have been damaged a lot every time when touching the goat. It's like putting the legs into shoes. Now with the scalpel we bring in a beautiful pattern, a fur pattern. This is quite random, but still I have the direction in mind where the fur is falling to, and we are ready to go into the oven. A goat is only a goat, and it would have been boring without these jetpacks, which we also will create. This is my starting point, my reference, because it has the perfect size compared to the body of the goat, and we switch over to silver clay. With the noodle machine we get a thin layer of this silver clay and can now coat the toilet, cardboard, paper, roll, whatever this is. In our world it will be the gas tank for the jetpack, and we throw in some copper, clay, mix it with silver and maybe also a little bit of black, and we get this color. It's not too strong, not too much copper, and we can use it for all the pipes on the jetpack. Okay, the size is perfect so far. I'm using this as a placeholder for the goat. I'm a little bit curious what you are currently playing or planning on playing when you have seen so many trailers on Gamescom. Sure, we had a lot of big titles introduced on E3, but also Gamescom is always a great spot where the big companies and also some indie game developers are publishing and announcing beautiful games. Goat Simulator. Still can't believe it. It's a goat. You're playing as a goat, running around. The jetpack is finished and also the goat is finished. We will switch over to the coloring process, but first let's make sure that both of the gas tanks are not falling apart, because gas is quite expensive nowadays. With the super glue we are attaching this bracket, and with some silver coloring and maybe some darker colors we can throw in some matte and authentic look. It's always my finger I'm using for, well, adjustments of the painting of the color on the clay. the engine, where the fire, the smoke is coming out, and now to the goat. It will change its look a lot. We start with white. It's an acrylic white marker. Not too much, but it should be everywhere. And with the finger, the smearing, it emphasizes the fur structure, the fur pattern which we have created with the scalpel before oven hardening. And with some brown we get in some more color into the white, but also the horns, as you can see right now. And now we are coming to the eyes, painting the iris. Ah! Ah! The look of the goat, I love it. Oh my god. Yeah, adding a little bit more brown and brownish colors on the white, and with the transparent polish we get the tongue, the teeth and the eyes a little bit more crazy, a little bit more shiny and slimy. The goat is finished. We are using the super glue to attach some wool. We have the dark smoke. Instead of using gray, I switched over to the very dirty black. Nobody cares about environment in this game. And with some red and yellow, we get the perfect flames coming out of the engine. Oh, this was so much fun. Can't believe we created a goat. A goat! With a jetpack! Guys, that's it! A goat with a jetpack from Goat Simulator 3. Now I want to read as many comments as possible saying, please create more crazy stuff from Goat Simulator 3. And also, if you have any suggestions, write them down, leave them down in the comments. Have a beautiful weekend, stay creative, take good care, bye.